Good evening. Just about 40 days for the elections to begin and 11 days since the Pulwama attacks. So far, no military response from India. With the elections upon us, there is a lot of news, information, forwards, posts, comments to fact check. And this is India versus fake news. Today we have Nikhil Pava, founder of Medianama and also a digital expert. And once again, the man who helps us do the fact check, Jency Jacob, the managing editor of Boom. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming on board. Let's just get started with what we're talking about. The fact check number one that we're doing today, and it's all about politics in Delhi. Fake news one. Did the Congress refuse an alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party? That's what we are fact checking. First things first, who is saying this or claiming it? Well, Arvind Kejriwal, in a special interview with NDTV's Nidhi Razdan, said this.
कि किसी भी तरह से 2019 में मोदी और अमित शाह जी की जोड़ी दोबारा नहीं आनी चाहिए। इसके लिए जो भी करना है करो। हमारा कांग्रेस से बिल्कुल प्यार नहीं है। मैं आपकी बात से बिल्कुल सहमत हूं कि हमने बहुत बड़ा कैंपेन उनके खिलाफ चलाया था, लेकिन आज देश को बचाने के लिए और मोदी और अमित शाह जी की जोड़ी को हटाने के लिए उनके साथ आने से हमें लगा कि उनको हटाने में मदद मिलेगी, इसलिए हमने उनको अप्रोच किया, लेकिन उन्होंने मना कर दिया।
All right, so the last part is what is important. Arvind Kejriwal saying yes, we approached the Congress, but they refused. The counterclaim actually came from Sheila Dikshit, the Delhi head of the Congress and a former chief minister of Delhi. She said, Mr. Kejriwal, you never really approached us, so how could we refuse?
किस आधार पर ये केजरीवाल जी ने कहा, ये मैं उनसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि एक दफा भी उन्होंने कोई बात नहीं करी है।
आप लोगों से कोई इस पे चर्चा हुई कि
मैंने बता दिया ना।
हाँ।
So this is when Raghav Chadha, senior member of the Aam Aadmi Party and one of their candidates for the coming elections in Delhi, implied that AAP spoke to the Congress High Command and not the Delhi Congress chief Sheila Dikshit. And in fact, Rahul Gandhi perhaps has not spoken to Sheila Dikshit about that conversation.
She has absolutely no idea of the conversations and the dialogues that have happened between the two parties, and it appears that Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the national president of the Congress party, does not fully trust the Delhi president of the Congress unit, Ms. Sheila Dikshit. It raises a big question on the trustworthiness of Ms. Sheila Dikshit within the Congress party.
All right, so clearly somebody is telling a lie or somebody is saying something that is, well, misinformed. We don't know. Jency, let's ask you, because you have some background on this. Who is spreading fake news? Because somebody clearly is.
Amitoj, I don't know who's speaking the truth or who's speaking the lie, but interestingly, about 2 weeks back, we had done a fact check where Arvind Kejriwal was addressing a group of imams somewhere in Delhi, and there he made a statement saying that where he was trying to tell people that don't vote for the BJP or don't vote for the Congress, because there is a vote, the vote share gets cut, and it's basically the BJP who will benefit if people vote for the Congress instead of voting for the AAP. So he was making a very forceful point there, and there he said that even if I decide to defeat Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, that I decide that I give all the 7 seats to the Congress, even then the Congress will not be able to win in Delhi, and it's BJP who will take the benefit out of that. In fact, that story was fact-checked because all the BJP supporter pages, they ran with the first part of the clip where they said that this is Arvind Kejriwal's real picture, and he wants the Congress support to fight against the BJP.
Right.
And it seems like that seems to be true, because at the end of the day, it looks like that that what he claimed at that point of time in an indirect manner seems to be coming true, and he actually wants the support of the Congress party.
Yeah, that's clear. That we've established. We just don't know who's approached who, and if at all there's been an approach from the Aam Aadmi Party or not, as Sheila Dikshit says. And if it has been, was it to Rahul Gandhi when Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal met during this time at Sharad Pawar's house, which was when Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party basically hosted a grand Mahagathbandhan 2.0 at Jantar Mantar, which is basically something that happened after what Mamata Banerjee had done in Kolkata. Nikhil, let's just forget about who's speaking the truth, since we don't know. But what would you tell the voters?
I mean, I'd tell the voters to do their fact checks just like Jency is doing. It's important that, with the amount of misinformation, the amount of confusion that gets created, especially in an environment like now when we are so near the election, there's just so much of information out there. Many of us just scan the headlines and move on to the next item, but each one of those headlines registers with us in the sense that we start thinking that something's about to happen in a particular manner, even if it's true or not.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the other thing. As you said, everyone just moves on. We're also moving on to fact check number 2. Was the Defence Minister correct when she said no terror attack has taken place in India since 2014? For that, we need to go back to the 12th of Jan at the BJP National Convention where I was. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman claimed this.
We have not had one major terrorist attack in this country after 2014. Let us remember that. Remind our people that this country has lived a peaceful 5 years.
So after this, she faced a lot of heat, particularly from senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram. That led to a lot of people on social media giving her a bit of heat for that comment, because she's basically forgot about Uri, Pathankot, terror attacks that have happened in Jammu and Kashmir. So what did she do today? Well, she was speaking today at an event and she tried to say, well, I'm not quite sure what she tried to say.
All the fact checks and all the details taken, it is true that between 2014 and today, vis-a-vis 2004 and 13, except, and pardon me, it's not as if I want to exclude Kashmir. We know it is an integral part of India and we shall fight for everything to do with Kashmir. Except for Kashmir, has there been any terrorist attack in this country? Has there been a minor bomb here into a bazaar, in a festive crowd, near a temple, near a mosque, near a church? Has there been anything? So I did make this statement and I stand by it, except for in Kashmir, because the moment I said it, people said, oh, doesn't she? She's a Raksha Mantri. What a shame. She doesn't remember Uri. She doesn't remember Pathankot. Yes, I do. But, except for that, and I don't want to exclude that, except for that, has there been a major terror threat anywhere else in the country? And is the Naxal problem being contained? Is it coming down? Is it what? Let's talk on facts.
Okay, she asked for it, so let's talk on facts. Jansi, I don't understand one thing. Was that a clarification, an apology, or a fact check?
So in fact, Amitoj, she actually got a lot of flack for that statement, and after that, when Pulwama happened, immediately people started taunting her, also trying to remind her that this is exactly the statement she made some time back. So let's look at it from both sides. Yes, she has a point that between 2014 and 2019, as far as all the major cities that are concerned, where usually perception is built that that the country is not safe, none of these major cities have seen any terror attacks. So on that point, completely taken, she's right. But as far as if you look at, data is something that you need to look over a long period of time, and you need to see the trend. Between 2004 to 2013, in the entire UPA regime, there was a 93% drop in the number of terror incidents that were happening. So yes, already there was a declining trend which was happening, and all credit to the Narendra Modi government, if we have to concede that, the fact that they have kept the incidents low. But again, as she is saying, let's not forget Uri, let's not forget Pathankot, let's not forget the fact that some of the major attacks against army installations and really daredevil attacks have all happened under this government's regime. So she should not be making this statement. I don't know why she's
okay, one sec,
Jansi, because the numbers are all
let me ask you a question. She was, let's give context to this. She was speaking at a BJP national convention, which was said to be the Prime Minister's masterclass for the BJP's workers ahead of the elections, when she spoke and said there's been no terror attacks since 2014. And then she got flack. So how do you look at that context?
So, wherever she makes the statement is out there in social media. It is out there everywhere. Again, as I would like to point this out, when she says no major terror attack, this time she is qualifying the statement by saying outside Kashmir. Earlier, she was not qualifying this. She was saying
but there was no apology that I misspoke or anything
country.
Like that. Anyway, Nikhil, what do you make of this? Because I mean, I don't want to be facetious, but at the end of the day, This is the defense minister we're talking about, and she has to watch her words, doesn't she?
Well, this is also a politician, and politicians usually use statistics in a manner that makes them look good. They will keep, if more attacks had happened in maybe another state, they would have excluded those 2 states and said, you know, and later said, except for those 2 states. Look, the facts are facts. If the attacks have happened, and these are major attacks, they've happened. People will use, they'll use statistics in their own way.
Okay.